Hey there, Scorpio. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you. Let's take a look at your energy for the week of March 14th, 2022. What do we got? We got the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Look at you. Look at you, Scorpio. That's looking really good. I like that a lot. That's fantastic energy. Page of Pentacles talks about, for yourself, this might be you have the kind of energy of like you're feeling young at heart at this time, really having fun with things. You're not taking life too seriously, which is great. I like that. But you're looking towards the future and you're looking to start up something that is really going to help you get to this Ten of Cups, which is all your dreams coming true, all your wishes, all that good stuff. You can see this happy family. Maybe that's something that you want in the future. Maybe you want kids, a partner, somebody, a dream home out in the countryside or something. It doesn't necessarily got to be that, but it can be anything, whatever your dreams look like to you, Scorpio. So that's really good. I like that you're forward thinking, even though you're having, enjoying the moment as well. With this Knight of Cups too, you can see this river here down by his feet, and it represents that there's a challenge you're going to have to do. There's kind of a challenge you're going to have to complete, go up against here in order to get to where you want to be, right? This knight has to cross this river because on the other side are all of his dreams, all of what he wants to come true. You can even kind of see the river here in the Ten of Cups. It's like almost the saying, you got to come across this river to get here, right? You need to do something. You need to overcome that. Maybe you just got to go out and start working towards it. Maybe you got to take some sort of other action. Maybe you got to overcome something about yourself in order to get there. But the fact is, you have to do it, right? Nobody's going to make this horse go across the river for that night. The same way no one's going to accomplish your dreams for you and make them come true. So I'm liking this already, but I feel like this is all stuff you already know, right? You got that kind of, maybe not necessarily on your consciousness, but deep down, you got to pop out here to start things off for your clarifiers, the Magician. But after these clarifiers, we're going to move on to your challenge cards for the week. You got the Magician, the Hierophant, I like that, and the Ace of Wands. That looks great. That's all really great. I love this. All right. So with the Magician, the Ace of Wands, and the Hierophant, this is really telling us that you're manifesting something beautiful here, because the Ace of Wands is like the thumbs up card. This is telling us that you're just going for it, or at least you're going to be just going for it. Like you got the energy, you got the ideas, you got the passion to do this. The Magician saying you're manifesting your dreams at this time. You're really using whatever tool you got at your disposal to get to where you need to get to. And you're even saying like, it's kind of like you're manifesting this, like you're not just saying like, oh, I want this to happen, but you're actually doing things as well, like we're talking about that Knight of Cups too, which is great. And I feel like the Hierophant as well is telling us that you're really focusing on learning too, like you're being well informed, you're keeping up to date, right? This is kind of like a news broadcast here on this television. It's like you're making sure you have the most knowledge you can going into the world, going into the future here, which is beautiful. The Hierophant also is Taurus's card, so you may have Taurus in your chart, and if you do, that's great. Let me know in the comments below. Always love to hear that stuff. It means you're coming in strong. Always love to hear people are having a good time coming in strong too. So let's look at your challenges here and see what we got for you, Scorpio. All right, what do we have for our Scorpios? We got the Four of Cups here, the Three of Swords, the Page of Cups as well. So you might be dealing with a Page of Cups this week, so that could be a fellow water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or another Scorpio this week too. Could just be saying things are going to be challenging for you. Maybe opportunities are something you should keep an eye out for. They could slip away here. This fish in the Page's cup here represents those opportunities that could slip away from you at any moment. So keep your eyes peeled for those. You can also notice here with the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups, the Page has these opportunities in hand, but the Four of Cups, it's almost as if these opportunities have slipped him by. Right? There's nothing in those cups. He's almost as if he's missed those opportunities, even though they've been being presented to him. So just be aware of that. The Four of Cups also represents, potential daydreaming, thinking about the future as well, and being sort of not willing to accept things that are not what you want, right? He's got his arms crossed, even though he's being offered this cup, almost as if to say, like, I don't want that. Just be aware that sometimes you don't necessarily get something that helps you, exactly what you want, right? You're not given like the keys to your dream car right away, but you are given, maybe an opportunity to work on something like that, to work on, setting yourself for an opportunity for that later on down the line. Don't necessarily be saying like everything, I don't want anything at all, right? I don't want anything at all unless it's the thing I want. This is exactly what I want. I'm not taking anything, right? So just be open-minded to that. With the Three of Swords here as well, saying like potentially you might be dealing with some heartbreak here. Maybe, you know, like we said with the Four of Cups here, you might not necessarily be handed something you want exactly. Maybe you have your heart set on something else and you're going to be experiencing some heartbreak that way. Don't let that keep you down. The Three of Swords also could be saying for some of you out there as well that potentially need to cut out something that's no longer serving you anymore, something you have a lot of sentimental value on, something that you really feel like you're super attached to, but it's actively, you know, working against you or not helping you out get to your dreams, right? Maybe, you know, it's something as simple as like you're paying, you know, like $10 a month on Netflix or something, or how much ever in your area they're charging you for it, just because you're watching an old show that you just always watch over and over and over again, right? Maybe you need to cut that out to save yourself $10 or whatever it is every month, and because you're not really watching it for anything else, and you've always seen those shows already, so like you could always find another show to watch, or you can put that time you'd spend watching that show into something else instead, and, you know, move yourself forward in that way. So just keep your eyes open for that kind of stuff as well. So let's look at some challenges you might be facing, your clarifiers here, see if we can get a little more detail on these challenges, and then we'll move on to your outcome cards and see what we got there. Got that Seven of Swords. That's come up for all three of you water signs. Got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords as well here. Interesting. With the Seven of Swords, it's saying like be careful you're not betraying people, right? Because, you know, like we were talking about with that Four Cups, you might be offered something at this time, and by rejecting them, you might be kind of, it might not be this, it's probably not gonna be this exactly. I don't see any impending zombie apocalypses in our future, I hope, but with this, it might be saying like they might feel betrayed by you this way because you didn't accept what they offered, right? They might have been thinking, oh, this is going to be great, this is going to really help you out, Scorpio, and then you turn your back on them. And so that might make them feel that way. So just be aware of that. Just be considerate to others. Be delicate with them. With the Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands here as well, it might be a matter of communicating with this person too. With the Page of Swords, be really careful with what you say to them, right? The Page of Swords talks about, you know, swords talk about thoughts and communication. And the Page of Swords really wants to like clear the air and stuff. So make sure you're careful with them in that way. If you do, you know, you do say like, oh, this isn't really what I want, make sure it's not like you're trying not to be personal about it, or like, you know, tell them to go F themselves or something. Just kind of be like, well, you know, explain your situation or something, or try to be as, you know, diplomatic or as sensitive to them as you can be, right? With the Knight of Wands as well, try not to be selfish, try not to be that kind of person. The Knight of Wands can very much be a time and energy vampire, only taking what they want, so you don't want to be like that as well. Again, like I just feel like you need to kind of be aware of this other person's feelings. Like if they're trying to offer you something, they're trying to help you out, like not just maybe one specific person, but people in general this week and going forward into the future. Just be, you know, try not to be so, you know, self-centered, right? Try to be a little more like open to them and see things from their perspectives as well. All right, so let's look at your outcome cards here in just a moment. Before we do, I hope this has been helping you out. Hope this has been resonating with you. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to help out the channel, you can give that thumbs up button, the like button down below, a little boop. Helps out the channel a ton. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now's a great time to do so. That way you can find me more easily. And you can also check me out in your subscription feed or follow into your profile. Check out your subscription or the channels you're subscribed to there as well. That way you're not finding me randomly like this, looking for me in the ether of YouTube here. This will give you a little more certainty, clear the air there as well. So look at you with these repeating cards. We got the Page of Swords and the Hierophant again, and we've also got the Two of Wands. So the Page of Swords and the Hierophant just reiterating those messages, but in a more positive light now that that's in your outcomes here. With the Page of Swords, like, yeah, again, just clear the air here. Be very careful with your thoughts. Don't try to, your thoughts and your communication, be very careful with that stuff. Try not to, try not to be, aggressive. Try not to be hurtful with your words. Be very positive with that. I like that. With the Hierophant, again, there's that knowledge. Just be armed with the knowledge as much as you can get. Learn as much as you can. Right? Again, it's just saying like, sometimes like you gotta like knowledge of just knowing that's other people have their own perspectives. Other people are trying to help out there. It's surprising to me sometimes in my own life when I meet people who have no empathy like for someone else. It's really surprising to me that they don't understand what other people are going through, even in like the simplest of things, you know. It's really surprising to see that, and it's like we all could use a little more of that. So this with the Page of Swords and the High Rank, is like really be aware of that. Really, you know, use the knowledge of like somebody might really, this might mean a lot to them, is they're trying to help you out, right? I know for myself, I really like helping people out. I really like helping people out. That's why I do this tarot channel, right? I really like helping, but it does hurt when, you know, people are like, oh, this is, you know, this didn't resonate with me at all and you're a terrible reader, right? That hurts because it's like, that's just not for you and you didn't need to say that, right? You didn't need to be mean to me because like it just didn't click with you, right? It might have clicked with someone else. You know, they might have clicked with someone else like profoundly too, right? So it's just, you know, but they just got to go that extra mile. So it's just saying, like, be aware, like other people are going through other stuff and maybe something just doesn't fit your perspective for now, but it does fit theirs. With the Two of Swords, geez Louise, with the Two of Wands here as well, just talks about you kind of need to be in a stable place. I feel like you kind of need to take it all in, right? This person's kind of viewing the world here, like viewing the surroundings, the scenery and such, and contemplating of what they're going to do next, right? And I feel like that's going to be really helpful for you, is to really contemplate and think about what you say before you say it, right? Is really think about what your intentions are before you let them be known, right? That way you're not coming off in a wrong way here as well. So let's look at your clarifiers for your outcome cards here, Scorpio, and then we'll tie everything off with an oracle message for you, and we'll send you on your way. Hopefully everything has been resonating with you, and let's see what we got. We got the Ace of Pentacles, nice. The Two of Cups, also very good, and the Four of Wands. All right. I like this. I like this a lot. With the Ace of Pentacles here, that's really nice because Ace of Pentacles talks about, you know, planting seeds and having, you know, opportunities and fortune and luck on your side. Oddly enough, we had you as the Page of Pentacles back here with the Ace in your hands. Now this is really saying that we get to plant it into the ground and grow something beautiful, which is great. With the Two of Cups here, perhaps saying you need to make a choice in the future. You need to make some sort of big decision. Could also be saying that kind of like a very deep connection is coming in for you, or maybe saying that this connection is being reinforced and this is kind of like it jumping to that next level, which is great as well. And with the Four of Wands, especially with that Two of Cups there, could be saying marriage is on the horizon for you. Not necessarily saying that's like immediately on the horizon, but just saying maybe that Ace of Pentacles is what you're growing, is you're growing a relationship, you're growing a counterpart, you're really developing them. Not necessarily like you're growing them out in your garden right now, but that'd be really weird if you did, and send me some pictures if you did. But this is really saying like you're growing yourself so that you can be in a position to have that in the future, which I think is absolutely beautiful. So let's look at your outcome cards here. Tie this, or your outcome cards. We got your outcome cards, we got your clarifiers, we got your oracle card. We're going to tie you off with an oracle message here and see what we got for you, Scorpio. All right, we got flexible number 19. I already like where this is going. Let's see what we got for you though. All right, flexible. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how a tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open. Stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. And I like that because like we were talking about that here with the four cups and such, where you're kind of being like, no, this is just, I'm only taking what I want to take here. This is saying be flexible, be open-minded, take, you know, maybe take what's given to you. Maybe say like, this isn't necessarily what is going to get me from point A to point Z, but maybe this gets me to point C though, right? Maybe that just gets me a little further ahead, which is still good, right? Be open-minded, and that way you're not hurting others, you're not offending others because they're trying to help you out, and you're like, no, unless you're getting me right to where I want to be, I don't want it, right? And that can really hurt them in a big way, right? You never know, you know, like they say, words can hurt, right? Like sticks and stones may break my bones, words never hurt me. But I feel like words will also traumatize and cut, and you can't take words back, right? And those things don't heal, right? Like, so I hope that resonated with you. Hope that helped you out, Scorpio. If you want to help out the channel, again, you can hit that like button. You can subscribe if you haven't already. Hope this resonated, and I'll see you next time.